Hello everyone. So yesterday we did some questions. So today also we'll be following the same structure. And those who don't know me, my name is Harshit, aka Celestial, and I'm an IELTS trainer. And right now we are having a speaking session. So we'll be getting started with. Oops, looks horrible. Part one. Okay, and we will move to part two and three. So with part one, how we'll be doing is I will ask one person one question, then the next, like that. Okay, if you don't unmute yourself and answer, anyone who does that will get the opportunity, so it's on you. Okay, don't complain that you didn't get a chance. You take the chance. That's how it's gonna happen. Okay, so who's gonna take the chance first?
I will be
Yeah.
first.
Okay, Deepak, that's amazing. You are gonna be first. Okay, so I'm gonna get started with family. I believe family is really important. Right. Okay. So Deepak, can you tell me about your family?
About my family. Okay.
Yeah.
So my family is small. That means there is my father and mother and me and my brother. We are four now,
Hmm.
and know the value of the family. Whenever we stuck or whenever we feel very nervous, then in every way our family support in all the situation. And
Hmm. That's great.
family family is a back root, we can say, who is responsible for our growth, our whole journey. So
Hmm.
that's
Rather than back root, you can say backbone. Okay, so family is our backbone. Clear. Otherwise, it was a
yeah.
good answer. Okay, you got a nice family. Now, who is ready to answer?
Me.
Me,
Me. Who is me?
Ganesh.
Okay, Danish. All right. How often do you meet with your family, Danish?
Yeah, basically I'm a working professional, so whenever I get the time, I always try to be with my family, like to spend with my family. But yeah, I almost would like to spend with my family during the weekends. That was more comfortable for me.
Mm-hmm. So, how do you spend the time with your family, Danish?
Yeah, most of the time I don't even get enough time to be with my family. So whenever I be with family, I just try to spend with having dinner with them, especially during the night. Or else we just go for somewhere else and we take some time to have dinner at the restaurants and going for some park in the weekends.
That's amazing. Okay, so Danish makes sure that he spends enough time with his family. That's good. Okay, now who wants to answer? The question is related to family. Okay,
Gladys. Good
Gladys.
afternoon.
Okay, Gladys. Okay, again, I'm telling you guys, if you want to answer, just unmute yourself. And let's say many people unmuted and started speaking. In that case, just comment down below and I'll call your name. Okay, so Gladys, your question is, do you want to live with your family in the future or do you think you will move away?
I think at the end of the question, please.
Okay, so do you want to live with your family in the future or do you want to relocate to somewhere else? Do you want to move out?
Certainly, this kind of question, I would like to sit on the fence because I would love to stay with my family in future. At the same time, I would like to relocate for so that I can give them a better future. Currently, where I'm staying now, economy, everything dilapidating. So I like to relocate and later on, I'll come and take my family with me to my
Mhm.
country of residence.
Okay, that's great. Okay, now who is ready to answer? Unmute yourself. It's on you. Okay, Sheikh
Yeah,
Hamim.
me. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so your question is, are you close to all of your family members?
No, I don't think I am that much. I am similarly close to each other of my family member. I think I am very close to my mother rather than my father.
Mm-hmm. Why do you
And
think it is like that? Why are you more close to your mom than your father?
I think I can share everything, my problems, my issues that I face
in my regular life. I can share it with my mom instead of my
Instead of?
father. My father, I think.
Okay, Sheikh, thank you so much. Okay, good answer. Now who is ready?
Me.
Okay, me,
Yes,
Danish.
really.
Okay,
Very
Dinesh, is it okay if I give the chance to okay? You already spoke, right?
yeah. Yes, yes, yes.
All right, okay. How has your family influenced you, okay?
So I didn't hear the question clearly.
All right. I hope you can hear me now. How has your family influenced you?
Well, my family has influenced me in a whole lot of ways. First of all, from the way I interact with people and the values I have and share with amongst other persons. Apart from that, my personality has also been built as a result of what I've learned from my family. In fact, my dad has helped me to be cheerful. That's the reason why anywhere I find myself, a lot of people always comment that I am a happy person. And this did not just come out from me alone, but from by virtue of me interacting with my mom, my dad, and my siblings. And it has helped me to be this kind of individual that I have. And the attributes that I have is also from them, and all thanks to their impact in my life. I'd say that it has actually put me out in the map, and that's the reason why I even earned the job that I have today. To elaborate further, got to I got hired by my boss because I was able to talk to them effectively during my interview, and this stemmed from me watching and listening to my parents communicate at work. That was a very interesting part of me during my salad days. I never knew it became a part of me. So, what I plan to do is to inculcate this into my children, watch them grow, learning the culture and values of my own people, and seeing them replicate this to as they also grow ahead. In addition to that, they would also want to be there for them to share, know their feelings, and also um, teach them how to relate with other people in order for them to be assertive. Being assertive helps them to do very well and collaborate with other team members,
Okay, thank you so
such
much.
that
Okay, but I'll need to stop you because in part one of the IELTS speaking test, you don't need to speak this much. Okay, so basically you spoke for around 1 to 2 minutes, right? So you don't need that much information. So try to keep it wrapped within like 30 seconds or 1 minute. That is enough. You don't need to give too much information. Okay, make it short. Clear? Otherwise, you answered really well. Cool. Now, let's talk about something annoying, something creepy for some people. Crawling creatures. Okay. So we are gonna talk about insects. Who is ready to talk about insects? Who loves insects? Hmm? Do you like insects?
I don't know about the term.
You don't know insects? Okay, I'll show you. 1 second. So I hope my screen is visible. Insects, cockroaches, and all. Okay, so insects, flies, ants, bees, ladybugs, mosquitoes. All these tiny creatures are
I got
insects.
it. Actually,
Yeah.
insect. I
Hmm?
listen. Insect,
Uh-huh.
na.
Insect.
Oh. So right now I have no much more content. Please proceed with others. Then I will be
Okay,
start
fine,
also.
sure. Okay, so here right now he said he doesn't have a lot of content. It's not just about content, rather it's about your opinion. Okay, even if you don't know about it, try to make up something and answer somehow. Alright, so we got a lot of insects over here. Maybe you hate them. kind of hate these insects. I don't like them at all. They are extremely annoying. Okay, but still some are actually beneficial, such as a bee. Bees are without bees we won't survive, kind of. Okay, so we are gonna talk about insects. So who is ready to talk about insects? Seems like
Yeah,
Danish is ready to
Okay.
talk about insects.
Okay.
try my
Okay,
best.
Danish.
I don't at least do it,
Yeah,
right?
some people eat insects. Did you know that? You.
Yeah, especially in China or something. Chinese
Yeah,
they eat
they
a
eat everything. Hmm. All right. So, do you like insects?
To be frank, I am not a kind of person who like insects. I most of the time I really feel horrible time with insects because those kinds of insects like especially the cockroach and some other insects, they really trouble me a lot, especially during the night because they don't let me to sleep comfortable because of their
Hmm.
activities
Sleep comfortably. അങ്ങനെ വരിക comfortable അല്ല comfortably.
comfortably.
Okay. All right. So he doesn't really like insects. Okay. Is there anyone who likes insects? Maybe. I don't think there is
I
anyone.
want to answer.
Okay. So okay. Do you like insects?
Actually, I'm not really taken with insects because they could be disturbing, especially in this part of my country where they transmit a lot of diseases like the malaria. So, for instance, the mosquito as an insect transmits malaria in children, which could be very deadly for them, from the ones that are aged 0 to 5 years. And the government authority are looking for suitable ways to curb this menace. So, apart from that, some people actually eat the larva of some insects like grasshoppers. They eat it when it's called a edible worm, and they usually enjoy eating it. Why for me, I find it really irritating. I can't imagine myself chewing the larva of an insect. So generally, I really don't fancy them because they are not so cool with me. However, some of them are very much important for cross pollination purpose, which helps us to grow our fruits, amongst other things like balancing the ecosystem.
Hmm.
So basically, insects were created, so I can't really say so much because whatever I say, we can't actually do without them. So yes, I'm not. For me, insect is not really my thing.
Okay. Good answer. Okay. But I would suggest that you reduce the duration a bit. Okay. I know you want to speak more, but it's part one, right? In part three, you can give more information. You can speak more. So for now, try to keep it short. Not too short. Okay. I hope you got the meaning. All right. So who is ready for the next question?
Okay, so I'm going to read.
Okay, Deepak. Are there many different insects where you live?
I can answer first which about the insect in terms of opinion.
Okay, whether you like it or not, right? That one.
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay, fine. I'll ask you the same question. So Deepak, do you like insects?
generally I do not like because whenever I do ride bike at
Mhm,
evening time, I face a lot directly in my face, like in my mouth and as well in my eyes. So I hate
mhm,
too much at evening time
mhm,
because this create so many problems directly in our face. Yeah,
mhm.
all right.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much, Deepak. Now, who is gonna answer?
Mm,
Ganesh. All right. Okay. Do you think insects are useful?
yeah, yeah. I think the not every insect, but considering some insects that were very useful like bees. And I think bees are the most yeah,
Hmm.
useful ingredient insects because it
Hmm.
can. Sorry, just
എന്തോന്ന്?
go. gone out of words. So
You
I
had a
think
good start. Start over. Start over. Do you think insects are useful?
now for me, I don't think every insects are useful, but some insects are way that's more useful in our life because especially by considering the insects like the bee, it really gives the honey that's more useful for our health to keep our
Hmm.
health more, keep our
Hmm.
health more fitness and everything.
Hmm. Hmm.
I
Okay.
don't know that much.
Mandi
Uh,
അത്ര മതി part 1 അല്ലേ? So you don't need to be bothered
okay.
about it a lot. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now who is ready for the next question? Hmm?
If anybody ready, just ask me. We're also ready. Okay.
All right. So who is ready? Be quick. Okay. All right, she is ready. So which insects do you dislike? Okay.
Hmm?
Sorry, I didn't hear you, Clement.
Which insects do you dislike? Which insects do you dislike?
Well, um, generally, I'm not really interested in
Hmm.
insects. But if I'm to say, I dislike the Anopheles mosquito because they transmit uh,
Hmm.
malaria in this part of the country, which causes
Hmm.
sorry.
Uh-huh. Start over. Start over.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you start over?
Okay,
Yeah.
which causes malaria in this part of the country
Hmm.
amongst the youngsters and the adults. And if
Hmm.
care is not taken, if it's not properly managed, it usually becomes really serious, leading to high mortality rates in the country. Which is
Hmm.
why there's this drug called anti-malaria that's been taken by children for preventive and also to manage the condition. So apart from that, I dislike I
Hmm.
dislike the flies. I
Hmm.
really don't like flies because flies are usually seen everywhere. No matter how I try to lock my door and keep the house very clean, I could even ward off the Anopheles mosquito, but that of fly. And whenever I have some food or other vegetables that are laid on the table for long, immediately I can start seeing flies hovering around them, and it really makes me sad. So I really don't like this type of insects. If to add to
Hmm.
that, there are still other insects that I really don't like. Let me just say all of them. But in order to be fair, I love the butterflies. Butterflies
Hmm.
are really very attractive because of their kind of colors. So
Okay,
anytime I
thank you.
see
Okay.
them, I
And then,
tend to.
then I already told you in part 1, don't give too much info. Okay, your language is good. Whatever you said,
I was waiting
everything
for you
is
to
really
stop
good.
me.
Yeah, no. It's not a cue card, right? In the cue card, I would be stopping you. I'm just waiting till you stop. Sometimes you got
All
to
right,
stop. Otherwise, anyhow, they will ask you, the examiner. Okay, we'll stop you and
good.
ask you the next question. So right here, I'm
Mm,
just giving you a chance to speak more. That's all. All right. So
okay.
that's the reason why I'm not stopping you. Cool. Okay, so let me find a part 2 question that we haven't ever tried yet. Um. Okay. Now let's talk about buildings. Okay. So describe a tall building in your town that you like or dislike. Actually, this question is from Makar. Okay. Maybe the one be- before the current one. I'm not really sure, but this is in one of the Makar PDFs. So once you're ready with this cue card, let me know. Once you're ready, let me know. Danesh, are you ready?
It's me. Okay, if I'm a best, I'm sure, but I'll.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
Yeah, yeah. Well, in my hometown, there are many. Just wait, because there's some noise also.
എന്തോന്ന്
Noise ഉണ്ട് തീയുടെ സൗണ്ട് ഞാൻ റെഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യട്ടെ.
അല്ല. If anyone else is ready, you can let me know. Okay.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah,
Yeah, shall I start?
you can.
Well, in my hometown, there are many buildings, including towers. So those buildings, I literally unlike one dislike. I literally dislike one building that's just opposite to my house. Because basically I'm a civil engineering student, so while looking to that structure, because while talking about their buildings, it has 2 floors. In that 2 floors, also almost like including the lot of like almost like 6 or 7 rooms. 7 rooms are there. Most of them are allocated for shops. What I dislike in that, especially by being a civil engineering student, so what I actually dislike was it's not properly structured, and every room has there's no the links to other rooms, and especially when looking to the structure and other maintenance, so there's not properly built well because of that. They just it's because of lack of workers or something. Somewhere there are a lot of cracks over there, especially in the core of the buildings. I just feel some crack over there. So it's really make me horrible when I'm looking at that. It really poses a lot of dangers if somebody is inside there for a long or something. Yeah, apart from that, there's some other things that really make me more annoyed was the structure, the furnishing and everything. So they, especially the wiring of electrified things, because they most of the rooms are not properly electrified. Because what I felt was when my uncle is also just rent out a room from there just for doing some kinds of fancy or something. When I look into that, it's the most of the rooms are not properly electrified, and more, they when I look into some corners, most of the wires are just hanging down on the floor. Yeah, it just feels like don't safety or something. So just ask them and will and make me aware of those kind of things. So immediately just made the shop or something. He just back out from his opinion. Yeah, that's
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it. Varna Natale. Let the examiner do that for you. Okay. And in between, you had some grammar issues. Otherwise, your answer was fine. Okay. And sound on the audio. Nervousness on the പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. It's good.
never
പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട്. It's good.
അതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് ആലോചിക്കാറില്ല. I just think of that.
എന്നാ?
ഞാൻ അതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് ആലോചിക്കാറില്ല. ഞാൻ കൂടുതലായിട്ട്
Yeah, don't
സംസാരിക്കാം.
think about being nervous and you won't be nervous anymore. Okay.
Just
Eight.
simply like
Uh-huh.
lying back on the chair, just talk like something.
Can you repeat what you said?
Me?
ഒന്നുകൂടി പറഞ്ഞ കേട്ടില്ല.
So what I'm doing is just simply speak out what actually in my mind, just lying on the back of the chair. Because most of the times, what I actually done before was just putting my hands on the table and just keenly looking on the questions on me. At that time, I literally feeling starting getting nervous, and most of the time I didn't get the contents or something. So when I did get the content, when I started speaking, I just stepped in between by because of that nervousness. So nowadays, I just think so.
Hmm.
I just I just be conscious on that to change.
It's fine. Okay. So 1 second, I'll be back. Could you intake?
Now, I think, bro, how many?
Oh,
After मेरे संसार bro, and it's how long?
you spoke for 2 minutes actually. Don't worry.
Okay.
Time is fine. Okay. All right. Now who
Okay.
is ready for the same cue card?
I'm ready for this cue card.
Okay, Deepak, please start.
Okay. So if I talk about my interesting about the tall building, I like a lot because buildings is
Mhm.
many things represent like if it represent your dreams like if you have a point like building then it psychologically help you to achieve that and if I talk about buildings in my central Ranchi, there is a name we call Hariom Tower. We like a lot because this is crowded area and highest or tallest building in my city. And where we go, that is the commercial area where all kind of commercial activity happen there, like institution run there, like shopping malls is there. So that is, and yeah, all right. I have done. Have no much more content to speak.
Mhm. 50 seconds. That's
Only
not
15
enough.
seconds.
Yeah, it's not enough
Oh,
actually. You got to speak more. Okay, so talk about the architecture, how it is made, what you like, what you don't like, everything, even what people think about it, what, like how it actually contributes to the city landscape or whatever the landscape it is. A lot of points to be talked about, right?
yeah. Okay.
So,
I will keep in my mind. I will increase
yeah.
my timing to speak.
Mm. Okay, so if you want, you can try again if no one else is ready to speak. Hmm?
Yeah. Okay. So if anyone in the queue, then I.
Yeah, so is anyone ready now? Anyone? Okay, so Deepak, you can start again.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think someone is there in the queue. Okay. All right. I again try to speak and increase my strength to speak.
All
So
right.
if I talk about general opinion of me, I do like the tall big buildings. It represents the overall city development. It represents overall how we are growing. That means city growing. And there is a building in my city which is situated in central city, and that is a basically commercial area where all kind of activity happen like private institution run there as well as their shopping malls. So many activity happen and outside there is a bike parking as well as car parking and most of time we see that many activity happen like some influencer come there and do and promote their products and their brands and as well they come up with the some programs like singing and comedy. These are the things activity happen there and one thing I have observed there that most of time or we can say that their majority of people is almost youth around 20 to 30, so that is make more interesting to engage there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
1 minute 30 seconds. So this was a little bit better. All right, so work on your pronunciation more. Okay, so your pronunciation isn't that great. I'm able to listen to you properly. Everything is clear. Your voice is clear, but you will need to work on your pronunciation. Okay. Then you were using and a lot actually, so you were repeating and. So try to use some alternatives, okay, rather than using and. Cool. Better connectors or better congestions.
Okay.
Cool. And you will be better. So try to work on your idea generation and everything, Deepak. All right. Hmm? Okay.
Yeah,
Now
of course.
okay is ready, I guess. Are you ready?
So I'm ready.
Okay. Yeah, come on.
Okay, so I've seen a lot of tall buildings in my city, but there's this particular one that I'm going to talk about that stood out for me. It's called Cocoa House, and it's located at the city center, just slap bang in the middle of the city, where people go to for tourist purposes and some other reasons. This building appears like a skyscraper with 12 floors. In addition to that, it's first floor, which is I love that particular space, is used for by some expatriates to do some research, while the ground floor is a mall. And in that mall, there are a lot of stores where I can get my groceries amongst other household items. In fact, the place where I go to make my hair is one very fascinating salon that anytime I'm there, I sit comfortably while they attend to me. However, what I dislike about the building is the fact that the elevator system is not functional. That's the reason why the last 8 floors have not been rented by some companies for purpose of business. And the government officials are not really doing anything about it. Despite the fact that the mall is out there for a lot of people to go in, I'm still not keen on going there quite often because it looks ancient and ugly. Plus the fact that it's cost me an arm and a leg anytime I want to park in the parking space, which for me it's not worth it. Overall, I still find it interesting because people still come over to take a view of the place. Probably it's because of where it's being sited, and most times movie actors and actresses are often there trying to view the landscape of the location such that they
Okay, thank you so much.
use it
Okay,
for
thanks.
introduction.
All right, so that was a really good answer filled with good language, especially idioms. Okay, I'm not just forcing everyone to use idioms, but if you use them, it's well and good. Okay, good language. Okay, so that was an amazing answer. All right, and I will clarify something that some students have a doubt about. Okay, it's about idioms actually. So if you're aiming for a band score of let's say 6.5 to 7, you don't really need to use a lot of idioms or even one if there are other factors also included. Okay, so don't just memorize idioms a lot, because in order to use idioms it takes some efforts, right? And there are, I can use the word plethora here, there are tons and tons of a plethora of idioms out there, so you might misuse the idioms or use them incorrectly. So in that case it is better not to use idioms if you don't know how to use it while speaking or even writing. Okay, while you write you don't really need to use idioms. Okay, so I hope it is clear. Even if you don't use idioms, don't feel like you're inferior to anyone using idioms. Okay, with other things you can get a good band score. I hope it is clear. Okay, so I'm gonna move to part 3. We are running out of time, that is the reason. Okay, so now who is ready for part 3? These are part 3 questions. Danish, what are the disadvantages of living in tall buildings?
Tall buildings is like an apartments or flats or something.
What do you
Hello,
think?
bro.
Yeah, what
Is
do you
that
think?
about the apartment?
I
I
don't know
think
what is
it's
a tall building. You tell me. Huh?
yeah,
In a
okay.
tall building.
I think
I
just
don't
be
know.
like highest building or something high. It's really means
Tall Varnanda,
many
tall
people.
Varnanda. What does tall mean? Tall.
Around
Huh? What does tall mean? Hmm? What is tall?
great.
Hmm? Eh?
It's considered by the height of something.
Ah. So what if we add tall plus building? Tall building. So what is tall building? Hmm?
The biggest building,
Not
especially
the
by the height.
biggest. How will it be the biggest?
Not like the biggest. It's by the height or something.
Yeah, more floors. That is a tall building.
Yeah,
Okay, so the question is, what are the disadvantages of living in tall buildings? So living in. So what does that
so,
signify, Dinesh? Living in. Basically,
living is about
most
the
likely you will be the
apartments
resident,
and
right? Our GVK. So it is an apartment
apartments.
or a
Yeah, apartments
residential
or
building. No answer.
okay. Yeah, well, while talking about the living in tall buildings, so what I really feel that it's not at all comfortable to be in that
Mm-hmm.
be in the tall buildings, especially some kinds of tallest apartments or flats. So it's
Mm-hmm.
actually because if you have a family with a elder persons, it's not at all easy for them
Mm-hmm.
to so easy for them to access those buildings because if you are this if you are because consider a tallest apartments of flats it's actually like a 12 floor 16th floor if any elder persons in your family they cannot get the access to the especially if you are in a 12th floor or something
Mm-hmm.
so for me it was really uncomfortable by considering that situation.
Mm-hmm. Answer was pretty fine, but in between there were
Uh,
some issues. Your sentences and overall answer, I would say, was inconsistent because in between there were breaks, no proper transition. Okay, so listen to your recording once this session is over. It will be over real soon. So listen to it.
okay,
Okay, then you will realize what the problem is. Okay, ഇടയിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ ബ്രേക്ക് ആയി പോണ്ട് ചിലവിടെ ഒറ്റടിക്ക് വേറെതിക്ക് ചാടുക. Don't do that. Alright.
okay.
Yeah. So learn basic words such as tall. Okay, tall, short,
Okay.
off. Those are really common words. Okay. So they do
Okay,
ask
I will try
questions.
once after. Okay, I will try once after.
Mm-hmm.
After English. Okay.
Alright, alright. Okay. So if you don't have much ideas about disadvantages of tall buildings, Dinesh did mention some of the ideas. Okay, whatever he knew. So imagine that you are living in a tall building. Okay, so if you don't know what a tall building is, just think about a skyscraper. Okay, so in most of the cities, there will be really, really tall buildings. Okay, so if you're from a place like India, or especially in maybe a countryside area, okay, and if you're in Kerala, you don't really need to be in a countryside area. We don't have a lot of skyscrapers. Not in every city actually, but we do have. Okay, so in that case, tall building can be anything that is comparatively taller. Okay, കുറച്ചും കൂടി height ഉള്ളത്. So I hope you got the idea of what a tall building is. Just think about Burj Khalifa or any other building like Empire State Building or anything. Okay, you can do research about it, the architecture, the infrastructure, how the architects planned it. Okay, how the foundations were laid. Right, so you
But
can.
here they ask about the disadvantages. If they say about the advantages, we shall have
What?
something to speak
eh,
of. But
They
while
are
coming to
asking about the
disadvantages,
see question manslaka first of all, and they are asking about the disadvantage. So if you want, you can mention one or two advantages, but weightage should be on disadvantage, or simply talk about disadvantages. all disadvantages. Okay, not all, like just disadvantages. So for example, if you want to include positives also, you can say even though tall buildings are really good and the view is spectacular up from the top, it comes with a lot of disadvantages, including fire hazards and blah 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 blah. Then justify. Okay, so about the
Okay.
disadvantages, just imagine what if the lift stops working. You won't be able to go up and down with ease, right? You'll need to climb the stairs, and you know how many uh, stories high it will be. So it will be difficult, and if the lift system isn't planned properly, not everyone can go efficiently up and down, right? Some people will need to wait. Then there are less exits actually. So for example, just say you're living in a normal house. Okay, so you will have multiple doors in and out, at least two, right? One from your to the backyard area, especially from the kitchen, and the main door, even more doors. So there are multiple exits as well as entry points. But for a building like this, there won't be many. Okay, then there are
Okay.
other disadvantages. Maybe if there is an earthquake, if the building isn't earthquake proof, it can cause issues. So you can talk about and think about many ideas. Okay. Now, who is ready to answer? Hmm?
Okay. If
All
nobody
right.
is
So,
ready,
okay, you are
I
going to
will.
answer the same question. What are the disadvantages of living in tall buildings?
Okay. So
Hmm.
there is so many disadvantage of tall buildings. Like if any fire situation happen, then it is a very impossible position to tackle the whole situation. And
Mm-hmm.
another thing is electricity. If there is a tall building, then it become most important. Then there should have electricity 24 into 7. This is
Mm-hmm.
second concern, and third concern is security issue with the child. If
Mm-hmm.
you live in a tall building like 26, 37, like number of highest building, then it become concern
Mm-hmm.
for our children.
Mm-hmm.
And how we protect, we should have knowledge about it. So this is the third concern. And
Mm-hmm.
and last one concern I can say that is the lift system. I have
Mm-hmm.
seen, and personally I first time I stuck in the lift. That time I had no knowledge about it, that how it does work.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a multiple reason or multiple things to this disadvantage. And I want to
Disadvantage nahi. There are multiple disadvantages. Okay.
there is a
To
multiple
no.
disadvantage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It won't be to blah blah blah. These are there are multiple disadvantages or something similar. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So now who's gonna answer? Hmm?
Okay.
All right. Do you think there will be more tall buildings in the future? Mm-hmm.
Can I?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Do you think your question is, do you think there will be more tall buildings in the future?
I can't hear you clearly.
Hello, guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
You are
Yeah, I
audible.
think it's a network or something. Anyhow, okay, your question is the second one. I hope you can hear me. Please start
You're asking
answering.
me, do I think, which of the question you asked? Is it the third question? Second question.
The second one. I hope you can hear me. Guys, can you hear me properly?
Yeah, I
I'll
Yes, sir,
can.
try.
you are audible.
Okay, so
Can
it
you hear me
must be her
clearly?
network. So, okay, I think you got a network issue or something. Maybe that must be the reason why voice is lagging or it is low for you. Otherwise, for me, your voice is crystal clear, and for others, my voice is really clear. And okay, I want you to answer the second question. This one. Do you think there will be more tall buildings in the future? The second one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What, bro?
Um, who wants to answer now?
Shall I try? I'm not sure, but I just.
My network is okay. Yeah, you can try the second one, Dinesh. Be quick.
Do you think there will be more?
Hmm.
Yeah, well, in my opinion, it's obvious. Yeah, well, in my opinion, there is a lot of chance to see more tall buildings in future because nowadays we can see that even in villages also, we notice a lot of tall buildings because of that, because of being they because they try to move
Hmm.
on to the smart city, because trying to move on to the smart city culture or something. So
Hmm.
because shit, I didn't get the comments.
എന്നടാ നന്നായി പോകുമ്പോ എട്ടടിക്ക് നിർത്തണേ.
Content പെട്ടെന്നായി ഇല്ലാതാവുന്നു. It's just okay. Just I will try spot. Okay. Okay. Well, in my opinion, in my opinion, I can surely say that there is a lot of chance in future to see a lot of tall buildings even in villages also because nowadays we can see that a lot of tall buildings in even villages also because of that changing trend because of the changing trend of moving to the smart city culture or something because most of the people nowadays are prefer to be on the tall buildings because they
Hmm.
just feel that it's very comfort to use and manage and everything because especially while being in if you are in a business professionals or something they mostly
Hmm.
prefer to that kind of tall buildings, yeah, to
Hmm.
accommodate whatever they have to, that's it.
Mm. Less clarity actually in your answer.
I also
You
feel the
gotta
same.
add more clarity. Okay, so basically you think there will be more tall buildings, right?
Yeah. I just
So you can
mentioned like,
say, eh? Yeah.
okay, if you can, go ahead. I will try the same after ingredients.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
All right, all right. So who is ready to answer next? Come on, be quick. Hello,
Me now.
question mark. All right, okay.
Who is
Yeah.
Can you hear
answering?
me now?
Okay.
Go
Do
ahead.
you? Yeah. Okay. Please start. Please start answering. Why do people love to live in tall buildings nowadays? This one.
Well, a lot of individuals prefer to live in gigantic buildings now because they feel that it places them in a kind of society where the rich distinguishes the rich from the poor, and if they and when they are there, they place themselves in the category of the rich. Apart from that, some people prefer tall buildings because it's also uh, vital to their health. For instance, some individuals who are very conscious of how fit they are, they enjoyed living in gigantic buildings where they climb the staircase every now and then so that it will keep them fit, and this really works well for them. In addition to this people live in top buildings for them to view the landscape of anywhere they find themselves. Some other persons enjoy coming out of the balcony to see how the environment looks like. So it's another way of them staying their own personal view. On top of that, some other individuals prefer these big buildings in that they they want to protect themselves from security threats. because people who stay in these buildings find it really safe for them, such that before any armed robber would come to their household, it would take some time. And to digress from this, some other persons enjoy the ambience of that particular building, unlike staying in a bungalow where it's just one space, and for reasons that some other people feel that it's a complex structure as against staying in just
Okay, thank you. Okay. All right, that was a good answer. Okay, thank you so much. Now, Danesh, your chance. After that, I'll be winding up, guys. Okay.
Can I
Danesh,
speak? Can I speak?
yeah, what's your name? Question mark.
Can I speak, sir?
Yeah, what's your name? What can I call you? Question mark.
Anand, Anand.
Anand. Okay, Anand.
Right.
So you can answer this question. You can go with this one. Okay. Do you think there will be more tall buildings in the future?
Okay. Let me start. Hello, everybody. History of humankind is of, you can say, evolution. We started living from hunter and gatherer to pakka houses, and then to tall buildings, and then to various stages of it. Now, given the huge urbanization and huge population outburst, we are shifting to the urban areas, town and cities. Consequently, we are facing a problem with regard to our accommodation and living crisis. In countries like India and many other developing countries, we are actually facing this crisis of accommodation. Now, this era is of technology and AI. I think there will be many more buildings, but that will be of tech savvy buildings. Like there will be solar plants and many other features. So yeah, that will be our story of growth and aligned with our principles of growth and sustainability.
Okay, Anand, good language actually, but I felt like you were a little bit nervous. Were you nervous?
Yeah, I was very much nervous.
Okay. Otherwise, your language was good. Okay. The words you used, and in between you said urban areas rather than urban. So little mistake was there. Otherwise, your answer was pretty fine.
I said urban only. That was sound mistake.
Yeah. Okay. And about tech savvy, I'm not sure, but I don't think tech savvy building is proper. You can say tech savvy person, right?
Yeah. Bursting of many ideas. Actually, I was not prepared.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Maybe it's your first time here. Maybe that's the reason. Yeah. It's fine. Okay. You did a great job. All right. Appreciate it. And I'll check whether we can try tech savvy building. I'm not sure. That is why. Okay. We'll check and let you know through the channel. All right. So I'm going to wind up right now. Okay. Tomorrow, the session time will be at 8 p.m. the same time. Okay. So thank you so much for joining. If you don't know what we do here, we are simply having a speaking session, having some fun. And about the classes we got, we don't have these free sessions also. We got IELTS classes, paid classes for IELTS PT and other English proficiency tests. Okay. And if you're bothered about the results, you can check the testimonials page over there. You will see a lot of results such as this one. If you're willing to join our classes, you can contact me on WhatsApp or simply ring me. You will find my phone number if you check the pin messages. Okay. My number is it's spread across. Okay. So you can find it. If you found this session helpful and if you feel like you are improving every single day because of this and that, do consider sharing the link of this channel with others. And don't forget to go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, you can simply search Celestial IELTS and you will find the channel. Okay, simply Google it and you will get it. Otherwise, just go to YouTube and search it. Okay. And you will find my channel. This is the one. So go and subscribe if you aren't subscribed yet. Thank you so much for joining. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you too.